Hey guys, Kamen here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the deluxe Mighty Brothers XX Gashat from Kamen Rider Ex-Aid. This is a Rider Gashat that lets Kamen Rider Ex-Aid transform into its level 10 and level 20 forms. So, let's get started. Starting off, we'll look at the Rider Gashat on its own. So here is the Mighty Brothers XX Gashat, which as you can see is a special Gashat because it is double-sized, being half orange and half bluish-green. You can see for the top part, it's no longer clear plastic, but instead the front part is orange with some metallic green paint on it to mimic the look of the covered art panels on a regular Gashat. You can see the cover art down here with the two Mighty Brothers, which, by comparison with the original Mighty Action X Gashat, are basically just recolored versions of Mighty from the cover, with one even having a flipped pose. But you can see the style is the same, and the font used for the titles also matches up. Again, you have the speaker down here. On the side, you can see Mighty Brothers XX on the side. Then you have the switch back here to make it easier to hit with your thumb. You can also see that for the Gashat, for the two insertion parts, they have this bar in between them. And on the back you can see the on and off switch because this actually has one, since it takes two AAA batteries that go in this compartment here. And it's one of those nice battery compartments where you just have to use something like a pen to hold down this pin and slide out. Of course you have the QR code as usual. And the handle is also a little bit thicker than usual, but it can still be held pretty comfortably using two fingers. For this, it has just one set of switches that are over here, and all of the lights, or only lights and visuals, will come from this part here. So, first off, we'll switch it on. And you'll hear that it says Game Start, one of the sounds from the show that happens whenever a rider starts a battle. And we'll take a look at it from the back. You can see that it illuminates an image inside there. So on its own, this has a 3-pattern cycle. First, of course, is the name announcement. Second is the sound of picking up an energy item. And third is the game clear sound. This time actually includes the game clear voiceover. And we'll look at it again from the back. Next up, we'll use this Gashat with the deluxe gamer driver. So, as always, we'll start by activating the Gashat. Then insert it into the gamer driver, where it'll say double Gashato and have a standby sound. So, to activate the transformation, you need to open up the lever to level up. And there we have the transformation for Kamen Rider Ex-Aid Double Action Gamer Level 10. Now this is written using the Roman numeral for 10, so it could also be read as Double Action Gamer Level X. Next, we need to close up again and open up again for the next level up, or in this case, double up. And switching over the animation to an image of 2 Ex-Aids, we have the transformation for Kamen Rider Ex-Aid Double Action Gamer level 20. And again, this is also written using Roman numerals, so it could be read alternatively as level double X. Now, because this is a double-sized Gashat, this can't be used in the Kimewaza slot holder or any of the GACHOON weapons, at least released thus far. So, for the critical strike, we need to close up again and open up again. And then again. And for this, like with the other Gashats, Kaishin no Ippatsu can be activated at random. Then we can remove it, like so. Now, because this can't work with any of the other methods, and basically it can't work with any of the other devices so far, I'll instead show you guys how this works. So, for starting out, we'll press one of the switches to activate the standby. Then press and hold the other one for the level up to level 10. And this works using the same kind of mirror system as the gamer driver itself. As you can see, the image for level 10 is actually on this side, which goes through the two-way mirror in there, gets reflected off the mirror in there, goes against the back panel, and then reflected out to the front. Then we can release it and press it again. And this actually works by using an LED that's behind the mirror instead of one that's in front of it. This brings out the sticker on the back that is of the two Mighty Brothers at level 20. Then you can do that one more time for the critical strike. As for the other things that you can do with the switches, if you actually press the one over here just by itself, that will automatically activate the critical strike. You can also simulate what it would do in a GACHOON weapon by pressing and holding both of the switches and pressing the lever or pressing the button. Now pressing that again will actually activate the Kimewaza activation again. Releasing this switch won't do anything, but releasing the other one will get you that, which is actually for use with the upcoming GACHOON weapon for level 10 and level 20, the GACHOON Key Slasher. And there we go. Overall, while I think the Mighty Brothers Double Action Gashat is cool in concept, it's rather flawed in execution. While I do like the idea of having a double-sized Gashat, I think the way they pull it off doesn't work quite so well, mainly on a visual level. While I think that the sounds it has are definitely very cool and definitely some of the catchiest jingles so far, the way they worked out the lights and sounds, or worked out the lights in regards to the sounds, doesn't work quite as well in my opinion, for a couple of different reasons. The first is that you don't get quite as much of a visual effect. That being, you don't get the image kind of lit up by a colored LED in quite the same way as a normal Gashat, and you also don't get the two slots being eliminated rather, because you have these parts being solid plastic. So you just have the colors sticking out of the slots, and it's not always that easy to see them because the little windows for the slots actually use tinted plastic. So you have to have a lot of light shining on there to even be able to see them. The other thing is the way they actually did that in using the same kind of mirror effect as the gamer driver itself. This causes a couple of problems. First being that it creates a much smaller image than normal Gashat would, because they kind of have to squeeze it in there and make use of it in regards to the mirrors. And also because it has that mirror system, it kind of exacerbates or accentuates the tunnel effect created by the mirrors in the gamer driver, where you kind of see the image and it looks like it's a bit far away inside of the screen. And because you have a second screen there, it looks even farther away, which is why for the demonstrations I had to really bring it in close in order to get the images to be seen and to get into focus. And to me that kind of takes away from the overall effect. The other thing is that on its own this really only has a few sounds, and for the most part it only has limited functionality with other devices, being that it has all of its main sounds in or for use with the gamer driver, and then the other extra sounds being used for its form exclusive GACHOON weapon. And so you don't really get the same mixing and matching, and you don't get to activate a critical strike unless you have the associated weapon for it. So while this is definitely pretty cool, this also isn't something that has much playability or isn't as versatile as other Gashats because of how it's made and how it has to take up both of the slots in the gamer driver. So if you are a fan of this idea, a fan of this form and of this Gashat, and you don't mind too much the whole thing with the kind of diminished visuals, then I can recommend picking this up, especially if you also plan on getting the GACHOON key slasher. But otherwise I think this is one that is something of a pass, or a pretty easy pass in terms of Rider Gashats. So next time I'll be reviewing the Dangerous Zombie Gashat and Bugster Buckle. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and or comment, and subscribe to keep up with my latest videos. And for now, this is Kamen Rider Ex-Aid, writing off.